Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. How are you doing today? I hope you're having a great day so far. I told you guys I'm back. I am back reacting to the Rewired Soul again today. In this video, he's been busy. There's a couple of videos that really popped my eye, and this one is talking about his cocaine addiction story. I have a couple of feelings about that, but before we even get into it, if you are new here, welcome. This is Journey to Find Kay, and I'm Kay. I like to talk about mental health. I react to the Rewired Soul, but I like to talk about other topics that happen on this platform or in society if I feel we can learn a lesson about mental health and or substance abuse, because I'm a mental health patient, worker, and advocate, and I want to use my experience and my opinion to negate some of the things that we see here in society when it comes to these topics. So if you enjoy my content, you enjoy watching me, don't be afraid to hit that subscribe button down below, hit the bell so that way you can also be notified every time I post a video. I also want to remind you guys I do have a Patreon at patreon.com, Journey to Find K. You can check out my different tiers, all the different perks that you guys get with each one. Just earlier this week, my patrons got to see my welcome back or coming back video a few days earlier than everybody else here on this platform, just as a way to say thank you for sticking by me while I took my little hiatus. But again, no pressure. You guys just watching, liking, commenting, subscribing, talking to me on social media is support and is appreciated so much. And I thank you guys either way. So yeah, you guys, I told you guys I'm back. And I told you Chris had some videos that, popped up and kind of made me be like, oh, wait a minute, 2 weeks gone. He's acting a fool. Let me see what he's about. And so I just uploaded my last video on Wednesday. Today, this one is about his cocaine addiction story. Called to me for a couple of reasons. I've shared before, prior, as someone who has struggled with substance abuse. I do appreciate people sharing their stories, but when it comes to Chris, I look at him a little side-eyed, like, why? Why now? Why all of a sudden? I feel like he's kind of biting off a couple of other creators. I feel like he's still trying to figure out whether to keep this channel or his new channel. And this was a video. I just want to see what he has to say. I want to see if I can relate. I want to see how he positions it. I want to see and just give you guys my honest reaction. So let me stop rambling. Let's go ahead and get into this video. I think that's like my quickest intro. Wow.
Everybody, this is Chris from the Rewired Soul, where we talk about the problem but focus on the solution. And if you're new to my channel is all about mental health awareness,
Seems
addiction,
like so
addiction recovery, and all of that. So if you're like me, always trying to improve your mental and emotional well-being, make sure you subscribe and click that notification bell. All right. So I do want to get back to sharing some of my personal stories on here. I've been, for those of you who don't know, I've been clean and sober for a little over 7.5 years. I got sober on my 27th birthday, June 23rd.
I just gotta say, I did see that he shared that he's lost some weight, and you can tell. You can tell. It looks really good. Well, I hope he keeps it up. Yeah, I need to get back on it.
Story can
need to get back on it.
Struggling with addiction, people new in recovery, or if you have a loved one who is struggling with addiction. So yeah, whenever I make a video like this, I have to think long and hard before I make it about how I'm going to share this story, because I want to make it very clear. Like, the last thing I ever want to do is glorify or romanticize these drugs.
I'm glad he's saying that. I'm not gonna lie, I'm glad that he's saying that, just because that is an issue that I do have when people kind of title it like this, like, what is snorting cocaine like? Oh, I don't like that. I have an issue with that. So I'm glad that he says that, but he can say that, but let's see what he does in the video.
That is just my worst nightmare. Any of you who have ever been to 12-step meetings, they call them war stories, right? And like, some people like put this emphasis on the good feeling it gives you and all the fun and everything like that. Like, there are these like glimpses of fun in there, but it can destroy your life, right? It's kind of like you know that toxic relationship that you were in and you break up, right? You break up because it was so toxic, but then afterwards you look at it and you think about like the good times you had. Our brain has this weird way of just getting rid of all the negatives that happened in that relationship. I'm just like, well, it took me on a date that one time. Like, no,
that's
it was
very
toxic,
true.
Terrible relationship, right? So anyways, this is not to romanticize, this is just to share my experience, and you'll see how my cocaine addiction was kind of this tipping point that almost killed me. So anyways, my addiction started out with alcohol, okay? My mom's an alcoholic. I swore off alcohol. I was like, never going to drink. But at the end of my senior year of high school, I went through a bad breakup with my high school sweetheart. I thought I was going to marry him, all that stuff. And I just didn't want to feel anything. And I got drunk for the first time. I was hooked. All right? So for years after that, like, my alcoholism just progressively got worse. Lost jobs, lost a lot of money. I was in a bad place. Then when my son, when he was born, His mom was prescribed a bunch of prescription opioids because she had a C-section, and I started taking those, and I fell in love with prescription opioids. Fast forward, things get worse. Her and I split up because I can't get my act together. I become a single father, and eventually got to a point where it was so bad that I was no longer allowed to see my son, and I hated her for that. I resented her for that, even though that was one of the best things that ever happened to me. And to give some people some hope out there who are struggling with addiction or you're in early recovery, she's one of my best friends today. We have an amazing relationship. In fact, like, look, it brings a smile on my face. In fact, this weekend, because we share custody of my son, this weekend, my son is actually staying there because it's his cousin's birthday party and everything like that. But we're going to go see that new Pixar movie, Onward. And she has another son, my son's little brother. She has another son with her now husband, who she's been with since about a year after her and I split up. But anyways, I'm taking my son to this movie, and she said her other son, he's like 5, wants to go. I absolutely love that kid, and yeah, I'm taking him with us. And like, I don't know, it is just such a beautiful thing that her and I went from hating each other, her hating me a little bit more so because of my addiction, and now she trusts me to take not only my.
Is it so bad that like y'all let me know if I'm wrong, okay? Y'all let me know if I'm wrong. Is it so bad that even though I love that he's sharing this story, I can't take it to where it's like super genuine? I'm literally sitting here like, why? Like, I love people sharing their story, especially when he's sharing that he's not trying to glorify it, because I don't like that. But with his background and the issues that are concerning him, is this a new leaf? Which I think not, because of the last video I just did. But is this a new leaf, or is this calculated? I don't know.
Son places like her son, you know what I mean? But anyways, the cocaine. So yeah, I was in a really dark place after I wasn't allowed to see my son anymore. And I live in Las Vegas, and every weekend, I was working at this shady call center with a bunch of other drug addicts, and every weekend we would go to the casino, cash our checks, get super wasted, then go to this bar and get even more wasted. And my thing was alcohol and pills.
Because I'm just like, you guys can correct me if I'm wrong, but I thought his biggest push he always shared was his prescription. I don't remember him speaking too much about the cocaine. I mean, but you know, sharing your experience is awesome. I love people sharing their experience so people can see that, you know, it does get better. You can move on, you know, things like that. But I'm just like, why? I don't know why. I don't trust him.
They love cocaine. Like,
well, I know why I don't trust him, but I just, it's hard for me to put that empathy up, you know?
Cocaine. They were always trying to get me to do it. Always trying to get me to do it. And like, even in active addiction, I knew I was an addict. Like, I knew. You know what I mean? I knew that once I find a new substance, I get hooked. And I always turned them down when they offered me cocaine because I'm like, listen, I know I'm going to get hooked, and I'm overweight. I have heart issues because of my drug and alcohol use. So like, if I start using cocaine, like, it will kill me.
And that's not everybody.
I can't remember exactly why.
That's just some people. Some people can get addicted to anything and everything.
They offered it to me. Like, you keep offering. Like,
I'm not one of those personally.
So I finally said, yeah. I was like, okay, cool, I'll try it. So we ended up going out to my buddy's. He had a minivan for some reason. We ended up going out there, and I hated weed. I hated weed too, but he's like, listen, here, smoke a little weed, and then we'll take the cocaine. It gives you like this nice little balance, right? Because cocaine brings it up, weed brings it down, or whatever. So I smoked a little.
Like, I don't understand why are we telling this story right now?
It gave me what I thought was the best feeling of my entire life.
Especially as someone who, this is kind of.
All my friends who were all over the bar, I was like, I feel amazing. I was like, this is the best.
Like, I can see how this could be triggering for someone, so I really don't understand why he's sharing. I know I'm only 6 minutes into a 13-minute video. I don't get why. I'm still questioning why. I'm just questioning why. And I'm lucky as someone who's far enough into my recovery to where this doesn't trigger me, but I feel like this could trigger someone, and I don't understand why now. Like, we're how long into your YouTube career and we're now sharing this story? I don't get it.
And even though I was drunk and high, there was this part of my brain where I was like, this is awful. I'm like, you love this way too much. Like, this is going to be a problem, right? Like, a part of me knew that this was going to be a problem. And spoiler alert, it never felt that good again. All right?
Which is most,
drug addicts,
yeah.
Right?
Which is most substances.
And we chase it. We chase it. I did everything I could in the coming months to, you know, like, I would go back to smoking weed and then snorting coke. Never got that feeling again. And anyways, once I started, it became just a normal thing. Every weekend we went out to that bar, do that. We'd go into the bathroom, we do some coke together. Then I would start doing it at work with my friends. I would go out drinking the night before, and it was like, oh, you just a little pick me up, right? And they give me a little bump, and I go to the bathroom or whatever it was. I remember it was around the time that the new list Diablo, what was that, 10 years ago, came out. And my buddy who got me into coke came over, and all we did
There's a
was
new Diablo coming
snort
out,
coke
or
and
should
play
be
Diablo,
out right now.
right? Like, it was weird. But anyways,
It's a computer game, if you
that
don't know.
was one of the things that finally
Well, now I think it's on
led me to have
Xbox.
major health problems. I already had health problems. My heart wasn't pumping
Well, all platforms.
fluids the way it should be, so I kept swelling up from
Sorry.
my feet all the way up to my abdomen, and I kept going to the emergency room, lying to them about the drugs I used. They would
ADHD guys, like just bloop, 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 squirrel.
I would go back every other week, right?
Because I still don't understand why is this story being told?
We need to check you out, see what's going on. And I had congestive heart failure. I was 26 years old. My heart was the size of my lungs. It was working at like less than 20%. It gave me a 10% chance of living. In fact, they even called my mom in California and said, yo, you should come down to Las Vegas because we don't think your son is going to live through it, right? So, like, because of my weight, because of the cocaine, I pushed my heart to the limit, and I was about to die. And
Because of the drinking.
It's crazy how addicted I became to it. One of the reasons, I know other people do this, I laugh because it's so stupid. One of the reasons I justify, one of the ways, because like us drug guys, we can justify just about anything. I justified, I'm like, oh, look, okay, it'll help me lose weight. It'll help me lose weight. No, because I also had a major food problem. I would get high, and I wouldn't even be hungry. I would go to like the Del Taco drive-thru or Jack in the Box drive-thru, and I'd binge eat, and I'd puke my brains out. Like, I don't know. Like times like this when I get to share my story, I'm just so grateful I don't live like that anymore. You know, like just taking whatever we can to escape the feelings that we don't want, and it's only making us feel worse when we keep doing it anyways. It is complete insanity, right?
And burns mental health.
But me and millions of other people are living proof that recovery is possible, right? Like all it takes is this willingness to get better.
There's the video I reacted to right there. Are you addicted to the
because I didn't have insurance to go to rehab. All right? But anyways, I just wanted to come on here and share my story with all of you. If any of you have stories of recovery that you would like to talk about down in the comments below, let me know. All right, so in the last video where I did 8 mind-blowing stats,
I was about to stop it.
Health, I asked you guys a question. I was like, what's your favorite like mental health helper and things like that? So this one comes from, I think it's pronounced Keela, or is it Kyla? I apologize if I don't know how to pronounce your name. But anyways, she says, my favorite is my medication because it's like Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. If I'm off my meds, I'm taking everyone down with me first when I am a saint when I am on them. And yeah, like I try so much to not take medications, just because of side effects and everything like that. But I go through different stages of when I need them, when I don't need them. For example, I might make a video on this. I've been off my Prozac for about a month and a half, but I'm on a mood stabilizer, Lamictal. I'm just trying it out. Far less side effects.
I'm on Lamictal.
But yeah, like, listen, first off, always work with a doctor.
Yeah. Oh, look at him actually advocating.
Something is the best advice I can give anybody out there about medications. If you are tapering off your medications with the doctor, tell the people about it. All right? For me, that's my beautiful girlfriend, Tristan.
I'm so sick and tired of my beautiful girlfriend Tristan. I am so tired of we get it. We know. We understand. It's like you're trying to okay, whatever. But for once, he's actually not pushing his anti-psychiatric campaign like he did share. He doesn't like to take his meds, but he's on Lamictal. Now, I take that because as someone who is bipolar, depression medications tend to not work for people with bipolar depression. Unless it's, whatever the case is. There's a whole bunch of things your doctor will tell you. They'll explain to you. If they do give it to you, they might coincide it with something else, depending on whatever, blah, 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 blah. But for me, my psychiatrist states that me being on an antidepressant is not going to work. He gives me a mood stabilizer and an antipsychotic. My medications, the way they are right now, are great. I love them. I've been doing really well with them. I'm shocked to hear that he's actually advocating changing medications with a doctor, that he's actually sharing that he has stopped his medications and switched to a different medication. he's always pushed this whole thing. Well, at least for a time period, during whatever time period of his life it was going through, it was like, no meds, no meds. At least like right now, we're getting a little bit of meds. It's okay. Progress.
I said, but if I start acting crazy, you need to tell me. Because part of mental illness is that you don't even recognize when you're acting nuts. You know, sometimes it's not out of it.
Oh, but we sure can be addicted to being depressed, though, right? Shut the hell up. Saving this butt right now.
I wasn't talking about it. I have to sit there freaking out on the cusp of relapse. And you're like, I'm going to take my meds. I try to analyze my let's change my life. Like, that's it. All right? So, thank you, Kira, for your response. And for the next video, I'll pick another one of your responses. But let me know your stories of recovery or...
Okay, I think that was the end of it. If not, oh well. Like, it's only a few seconds left. I still don't understand why he shared the story. I feel like he's kind of biting off some other creators that are pretty, successful with their platforms and sharing these types of things. Again, I have my own issues with titling it that way, and I'm glad, like he said, he didn't really try to glorify it. But when it comes to Chris, when it comes to these types of situations, I don't trust him. I don't understand why now you feel like you need to share this story, your cocaine story, where for the majority of the time you were always pushing that, it was just mainly, prescription opioids. Like, I know people, you guys can share with me down in the comments below. He's probably shared this a couple of times before, but I feel with Chris, when it's beneficial for him is when he starts bringing out information. So many other times I can call out where he's done things like that. But I like hearing people's short stories. I like hearing people's experiences. That's probably one of those types of things I will share on my Patreon in a future date with my patrons. Just a more in-depth kind of backstory to me and my own little situations. But with him on YouTube, this so far into this actual channel, I don't get why. Thank you, but I don't get why. Progress in actually advocating a little bit for medications. Just a tad. He's not really pushing the whole don't take them kind of thing. He shared that he is no longer on his Prozac. He's on Lamictal. I understand that medication very well. I'm glad that he's sharing, changing with the doctor. So a little bit of progress, I guess. We could say it's the third month of 2020 and we're getting something. We're getting something. Oh, I missed this. But I want to hear from you guys. We're at that part of the video. I want to hear your guys' opinion. What do you think about videos like this or titled like this? What do you think the reason why he made a video like this? Do you think it was kind of calculated? Do you think he did it for a good reason? I want to hear from you guys in the comments down below. If you made it this far and you haven't subscribed, what are you doing? Don't be afraid to hit the subscribe button down below. Hit the bell so that way you're notified every time I post a video. Check out my Patreon at patreon.com/journeytofindk, where you can see my different tiers, different perks that you guys get with each one. I will be posting more consistently now that I am back. Life has kind of chilled out for a little bit on my Patreon, and I will be posting up here on YouTube more consistently, back on schedule. I at least plan to, as long as things stay copacetic right now. You know what I'm saying? You understand what I am saying? But I missed you guys. I appreciate you guys so much for watching me. I want to hear from y'all. Don't be afraid to let me know how you're feeling down below. I will catch you guys in my next video. Also, don't be afraid to tell me anything you guys want me to react to. I love hearing your guys' suggestions. You can leave them down in the comments. You can hit me up on Twitter or on Instagram at journeytofindk. Hope to hear from you guys soon. I can't wait to see you in my next video. Bye.